You think that factory lock on your back doors is going to stop a scrote with a crowbar and 5 minutes to spare? It won't. If you're building a van to live in full time, especially a Luton box van with thousands of pounds of gear potentially on the inside, then your standard security on that van is a complete joke. Today, I'm going to show you why my new Luton van build is going to be physically unbreakable from the outside, and how combining a cab entry only layout with a hardcore physical and digital security setup is the only way to actually sleep in peace. Right, let's have a proper reality check about van security in the UK. The Instagram crowd loves to show you these idyllic setups where they sleep with their back doors wide open and a gentle breeze coming through. It's absolute bollocks. After 3 years of full-time living in my van, the reality of stealth parking in a bleak industrial estate in the Midlands or a dodgy car park in the city centre, it's sheer paranoia. So every single noise you hear outside makes you jump. I mean, you're lying there in the pitch black listening to like the footsteps crunching on the gravel, wondering if tonight's the night then someone's gonna decide to punch an hole straight through the panel or your door window. Now, I have got Rowan in here and I've got my entire life inside my van. I've got a massive 5G PlayStation gaming setup in here that took me months of grafting to afford. The anxiety of leaving the van unattended to go to the shops, let alone sleeping in a dodgy area, used to leave me absolutely paranoid. You end up sleeping with one eye open. But for this Luton build, I've engineered a foolproof way to make this rolling box completely impenetrable. Now, I'm taking some brilliant advice from one of you lot in the comments and integrating a heavy duty tech and physical shield into this build. But I'm going to keep the exact mechanics of the entry system a little bit of a secret just for 1 minute, because it solves the biggest security flaw of van life's history. Right. Let's get into the actual meat of why a standard van build is fundamentally flawed when it comes to security. So insight number one, back doors. If you're buying a Luton, you usually get a massive roller shutter or those thin composite barn doors on the back. I mean, they're absolutely useless. You can pop a roller shutter with a decent crowbar in about 10 seconds flat. It's taking the piss of how easy they are to break into, plus the rattle like mad in the wind, keeping you awake all night. And they have absolutely zero thermal value. The cold just pours straight in. Right, for my overkill Luton build, I am permanently sealing the back end. I'm taking out the roller shutter entirely. I'm going to be framing out the back doors with some structural timber and packing it with 75mm Kingspan insulation and skinning the outside with a solid sheet of steel. Now, from the outside, it will look like a completely blank solid wall. No handles, no hinges, no padlocks, no pick, no seams to pry, nothing. You cannot break into that door that literally doesn't have an exit. Which brings me to insight number two and the core of this entire build. Cab entry only and a heavy metal deterrence. Because the back is a solid wall and the sides have zero windows, the only physical way into the living area of this van is going to be through the front of the cab via the custom built reinforced bulkhead door. Now, I am going to fabricate a heavy duty steel and timber bulkhead door that locks securely from the inside. But what if they try to nick the van itself or break into the cab? One of the lads suggested a bulletproof physical security list, and I am fitting every single bit of it. First, I am fitting stealth security plates to the cab doors. Thieves love drilling right beneath where the factory lock to pop it, the mechanism. These plates will stop them dead. Then, if they do somehow manage to smash a window, the inside of the cab is going to look like Fort Knox. I'll be using classic heavy duty steering wheel lock and a visual deterrent, paired with a massive pedal lock that clamps to the brake and the clutch. Even if they hotwire the ignition, they physically cannot drive the van away. For any storage lockers I end up building, they're all getting a heavy duty Thule deadbolts on them. Now, before I explain the massive tech shield I'm using to monitor this windowless box, I want to hear from you lot. So drop a comment down below. What's the absolute worst security scare you've had while you've been living or travelling in your van? Have you had someone try the handles in the middle of the night? Has a cheap lock cost you a fortune in stolen gear? Let me know in the comments. I'll have a read of those for a brew later on tonight. Right then, let's talk about the reality of being inside an unbreakable windowless box. This brings me to insight number 3, the tech shield. The physiology of stealth parking in a zero window van is absolutely brilliant because it creates a problem. You can't see on the outside. You don't want to be sitting in the back hearing a noise and having no clue what's going on. To fix this, I am going to be installing a full 12 volt CCTV system, and that gives me 24/7 eyes on the outside. I'll have a monitor mounted right above the bed, so if you hear a crunch on the gravel at like 3 o'clock in the morning, I don't have to open the bloody doors or any windows to peek through the curtains. I can just have a look on the screen. Simple, hey? I am also fitting an internal motion sensor alarm right inside the front cab. So if someone smashes the cab window, a deafening siren goes off instantly, giving them a massive shock and giving me plenty of time to react before they even look at the bulkhead door. And finally, heaven forbid, a gang actually shows up with a low loader and tows the entire rig away while I'm out at the shops, I'll have a smart tracker buried deep inside the chassis wiring. I will always know exactly where the van is straight from my iPhone. Insight number 4, you have to engineer an emergency exit. If you build a tech and metal fortress, you have to make sure it doesn't become a bloody coffin if the worst happens. Since the back is going to be sealed solid, you'll only exit is through that bulkhead door. So that door has to be unbreakable from the cab side, but incredibly fast and easy to open from the living side. Now I won't be using complex padlocks on the inside. I'll be fitting a massive quick release deadbolt system. If the smoke alarm goes off or the electrics decide to throw a fit, I can grab Rowan, hit the lever, and we're straight through into the cab area and out the front doors in under 5 minutes. I mean, safety is paramount, mate. You don't cut corners when it comes to when your life is on the line. I mean, I'll get asked all the time, how do I actually afford to build a custom Luton fortress? Buy the heavy duty Thor locks, keep diesel in the tank full, and play the PlayStation in the back of the van without grafting on site for 60 hours a week. I mean, the honest truth is I fund this whole lifestyle through affiliate marketing. It's completely changed the game for me. It means I can sit in here out of the freezing British weather and earn a few quid while travelling the country. So if you're sick of the daily grind and want to see exactly how I make an income on the road, then I've put together a completely free video series explaining how all that works. I'll leave the link for it down in the description if you want to check that out. There's no pressure though, it's just there if you want a way to actually escape the rat race. So that is the blueprint for my unbreakable Luton. A permanently sealed back wall, cab entry only, heavy metal padlocks, 24/7 CCTV shield, and yes, it takes a massive amount of DIY and grafting to build. And it's a totally different way of living. But the peace of mind you get from knowing you and your dog and your hard-earned gear are completely safe while you sleep in a dodgy lay-by, you can't put a price on that. So if you want the actual unfiltered truth about full-time van life in the UK, the extreme DIY, the security upgrades and how to survive the reality on the road without the fake aesthetics, then hit that subscribe button. We're building a proper community of realists here, and all the exact physical and digital gear, security gear I've just talked about, the Thule deadlocks, the stealth plates, the paddle locks, CCTV are linked down in the description in my stealth security setup list. It's exactly what I'll be using to keep the thieves out. And if you want to buy me and Rowan a treat for putting up with me, then the Kofu link will be down there too. But just before you go, check out why I'm building a 100% windowless van right here. Give it a watch and I'll see you over there. Cheers, mate.